Hey everyone, welcome to the Brocast channel, your ultimate podcast for catching up on latest trends, life lessons, and all things focused on growth.
That's right, we are Sagar and Prashant. Let's dive in and elevate our journey together.
Hey, what's up, man? How you been?
Hey, my brother, my brother. How
How
are you?
you how you been, man? I'm good. I'm good. I'm actually good. I'm really great.
Amazing, amazing, man. Good to hear.
Yeah.
All good this side of the world.
Is it? You look good. You
Yes.
look good. You look good, bro.
Thank you. I
You
appreciate
look,
it.
I can't wait to see you, man. I can't wait to
Me
see
too.
you. And I think we have not met for almost 2 years.
2 years now?
Yeah, two
More than
years.
2 years.
More than
I
2 years.
think,
Dude,
yeah, more than 2 years.
are you fucking serious? We have not seen each other for more than 2 years.
Yes.
Fuck,
Because I
bro.
moved to Dubai in 2021, November.
Then you were in
Yeah.
India and I was there at the time, and
But
then
then, no, yeah.
I
You
was,
went
and then
away.
yeah, fuck. I can think of it right now. It's like yeah, I
And
can't.
we are
I
in 2024. We
24,
are in
man. Can't
2024 now, man.
can't wait to see
Imagine.
you, man. Can't wait to see you. You know you're gonna be here. You know it's gonna be fun. Come to Liverpool, baby. Come to Liverpool. It's gonna be fun.
Gonna be crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Now that we're thinking about it, I remember I remember that you sent me that podcast that you were listening to, and then I started listening to it too. um it's the one, you know the
With the
one.
author of The Secret.
Yeah, the secret, that this reminds me of what we're talking about, that Louis Hose, right? I think
Yeah, yeah.
I hope I'm not pronouncing his name wrong. Louis was and Rhonda
Byrne.
Byrne, yes, Rhonda Byrne, right? So it's a book, The Secret, and yeah, you sent me that podcast, and I was listening to it. Yeah, the most interesting, fascinating thing that I have listened to in some time. I mean, because back in her head, I believe in what she was talking about, and I do believe in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Consciously, subconsciously, I've always done that. But it was so great to hear them talk about how things actually work and what it has been for her.
Yes.
So
And
yeah,
the
I think
interesting part, yeah, the interesting part is that, she generally doesn't do much interviews. So it was like, an
really.
interview after 6 or 10 years, most probably,
Oh
and she
shit.
has released a series of The Secret, books, and then, they
Yeah, yeah.
even
I
created a
Googled. I
documentary
Googled.
movie.
I
Yeah.
Googled, man. I mean, after watching that podcast, I don't know if people do. I think I do that too, because some people do it or not. Because when I'm watching something, I Google at the
Mm-hmm,
same
mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
just to be in that
Get that
same
extra
space
information.
and
Yes.
the you get to know the context when I'm listening to someone. So I did Google her, and then she had this book, the Secret, that was like long time ago, 12, 18 years or something, 16 years,
Yes,
16 years,
I
16
think
years
we were
ago,
in
and
school
then
when it came. Yeah,
she had
because
a
I
fall.
remember seeing a video on,
Mhm.
some trailer for The Secret, and it was, really fascinating. Even if you, check it out
Dude,
now,
we were in
it
school.
was
You said we were in
yeah,
school. I was like, fuck.
we were in school. Yes,
And
it's
this
about
thing,
2006. Yeah.
yeah, this thing, the podcast, sorry, the book, The Secret, was out then at that time. And to some of you who doesn't know what The Secret is, it's a book written by Rhonda Byrne, and it has it talks about the laws of attraction, manifestation, stuff like that. And
All the crazy stuff.
yeah, I mean, it's her life. It's her life. I haven't read the book, but it's the gist of whatever I could get from the podcast, and I would love to read it. I'm gonna, get that book and read it.
Yeah,
But
even I haven't read it, but it has been always been there. Like, like you said in the starting, subconsciously we all, like, at least our generation knows about it by default. Maybe, it's through marketing or, through other stuff, but it's been already there
Yeah,
out in
I
the
mean,
world.
I don't know how I never heard of it, but it's one of the most popular books. And then she had a follow up, and she had another book out most recently, and I think I mean it's more about the content of that whole thing. That was the most interesting part of the conversation, the podcast that you sent me. It was great, man. I mean, she was talking about I mean, she started with this idea saying that it's really basic, a basic concept, basic idea that every human being is a creator. We
Yes,
create life through our
absolutely.
thoughts, and so what we as beings we should do is we should focus on our thoughts. We should manifest it, because that will lead to create to the creation of what we want.
That's true. That's
and
true.
and the, that was just the beginning of the whole conversation on the podcast. And it hit me, and I was like, yeah, it does make sense, because that's actually what we, as humans, have been doing. Because you watch movies like Back to the Future, and they have hoverboards, right, in that movie, and
Hmm.
then someone
Hmm.
invented that. It was just an idea
Yes.
in that movie,
Yes.
and then someone actually made it. And then there are, and I think, I'm not too sure if I'm right about this fact, but one time I was listening to this song, this
Mm-hmm.
Kanye West song.
Oh, I love
Uh,
that man. I love that man. I don't know why the world hates him. He's
yeah,
so
I
freaking
mean,
amazing.
yeah, I don't really hate or I love the guy, but he's great at what he does in the music area. So I was listening to this song. I mean, I've one time I was listening to this song. Um, I think the song is Jay-Z, uh, Kanye West, and Rihanna. It's
Okay.
uh, "Run This Town." So he has this line
Mm-hmm.
in this song. Have you ever had shoes without shoestrings? And then it hit me. He has his own his own shoe
Wow.
line where,
Easy.
yeah, easy. Like the shoes, they don't have shoestrings. And then after that, there have been so many shoes, you know,
Mm-hmm.
uh, actual
Popular
shoes, sportswear, and
concepts.
stuff like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. Yeah.
which does not have shoestrings. I'm like, dude, it's just a thought. Maybe he was thinking about it, and then everyone's like, oh, you know what? We can have shoes without shoestrings. So I
So
mean,
yeah, it's not just, I believe it's not just Kanye. It's about, most of the people, who have reached a certain height would always confess that, it's been, on their head, on their mind, consciously, subconsciously.
mm,
They have been thinking about it. They have been, constantly dreaming about stuff. Even with Elon Musk, if you check, while he was
mm,
a kid, he was fascinated to, create rockets because at his childhood he read some,
mm,
books around spaceships and stuff,
mm.
and he was always fascinated about it.
Yeah,
And
I mean, for instance, take electric cars. For instance, take you know, uh, you know, those cleaning hovers, right? Those small
yes.
cleaning bots in houses, right, which clean stuff. They hover around and clean stuff. It was, I mean, they were all just ideas, and then
Hmm.
someone actually made them, right? So it's like
Yes.
it's a bit of what it is. And I mean, manifestation, we're talking about all that, is leading to a different conversation where we are talking about what we want, or what we want in our life, what we would like to have in our life, and what we want to see ourselves being. That is what manifestation is. It was just an example of things that I just
Yeah.
came up with. But yeah, the I mean, you've seen it, and it's great that you saw that podcast and you shared it with me, because we love doing that. And this author, I mean, Rhonda, I mean, because everyone knows manifestation. People, so many people have heard about it, right? So when people say that we do it, we believe in it, and we or we don't, they say all that. But the thing is, and for me, back of my head, right, I've always had this thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Oh, you know
Mm-hmm.
what,
Mm-hmm.
I there are energies. You think of something, you really want it, you'll get it. you know this
Mm-hmm.
line, like there is a line this in this movie, Om Shanti Om, right? किसी चीज को शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे बनाने लग जाती है, तो that is what manifestation is. So
That's true. That's true, man.
so yeah,
And even it's true with Shah Rukh Khan in real life as well. So
yeah,
he used to go to,
that is,
the
yeah.
beach, and he used to say that, I will be the king
Yeah, she
of
said,
this world.
she said this thing in the podcast that, there was this instant, she had this person, who was unable to, conceive a baby, and then,
Mm-hmm.
they would, she was thinking about it because she had read a book, and I don't know, something, and then she was thinking about, she was being positive, she was, you know
Hmm.
she
But
had
still,
that
it was not
minds
happening for
yeah,
her.
she had
Yeah.
that mindset, that, I should do this, I'm gonna have a baby and stuff like that, and then it didn't happen, and then she suggested that person, Rhonda suggested that person, that try imagining yourself holding the baby, and
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
helped. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just,
It's
if you
it's
really
true.
want to, if you really want something, you should start imagining yourself.
Imagining in
Yeah,
that place, acting
yeah, acting
like you
like
already
it.
have it.
It
It's
sounds,
it's crazy.
it sounds crazy, honestly, because when
Yeah.
when you do that, because there are people out there in the world, right? We see, oh, you know what, they pretend that they are, this person, they pretend they're this, but they're actually not. They're living a pretentious life, they're living a fake life, but there
But
is
that's
that.
that's how you say it. Like that's where fake it till you make it came from, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah. Who
part
said
of
it? Who said
this.
it? Was it Rihanna who said it, or it was already out there? Someone said it. Someone said it, man. So yeah, so that's true. And then, with this podcast, so many things came out, and that's why we both of us, we wanted to talk about it. The word manifestation, what it actually is, and what
Mm-hmm.
it actually means and holds for us, as two beings here right now, what we have been doing, what you really want to, and is it enough, is it not enough, isn't like, are we doing the right thing, or can you master it, can you actually do it? So these are things that I wanted to talk about. And
Okay.
I'm sure most of the people, they have the same question when
Mm.
they think, they hear about manifestation, and they follow it, that what is the end, like, what is the time, is there a timeline, like you have to
Mm.
start, and then you will get it in, like, this many days, or is it like
Mm.
this many months, is gonna take, it's gonna take some years. We have this question, I have this question,
Yeah.
like every time, because when do I actually get what I want?
Mm.
When do I see myself doing that exact same thing, that which I've been manifesting, I've been trying to get. And she said this one thing,
Mm-hmm.
that it's so easy, it's so easy, there is no trick to it, there is nothing too hard to maintain as the mindset. It's so easy that all you have to do is say it, think it,
Say it out in the universe. Yes.
ask for it, believe in it, right? And imagine yourself doing it. Just keep doing that, just keep doing that.
That's true, man. That's true.
And some people, because I had the same question, some people might have this question, right? That, okay, fine, I'll keep saying it every day, I'll think about it every day, I'm gonna ask for it, I'm gonna ask the universe for it, I'm believing in it, right? But I still not getting it. But the thing is, and some people would also say that you just don't get stuff by not doing anything. And
Mm.
I agree with it. To an extent, I actually agree with it, because
Mm-hmm.
I was, and I'm still kind of a believer of this thing, that you have to do things to make it work. Like, to get something, you have to make an effort. Just don't get. things by just sitting on a couch. You're like, oh, you know what? I want a beer and I want a beer in my hand right now. You have to move out of your house to get a beer. But
Yes.
that's a trick about manifestation. While was I was listening to this and I had this idea, a bit of clarity in my head that you know what, if you really want a beer right now in your hand, if you really wanted something, and you know you manifest it so hard, you might not actually have to move out of your house to get a beer.
Mm. Yes.
The universe
Someone with a
somehow
beer, someone with the
somehow
beer will knock on your door.
yes, somehow it will align. Somehow things will align, and you probably might get a call from your friend, and you're like, "What are you doing, man? Nothing. Just nothing. You just want to do, you want to do something? Yeah, I want to do like chill, have a beer. Like, you know what? I'll come to your place and we'll have a beer." It's like these kind of things happen, man. These actually happen.
Yeah, but it's always once in a while. Like
Yeah, like it's
it's
not every
it's it's
day.
pretty random. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
it's pretty
random. So
which is the tricky part that I don't get.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, why is
So
it so random, man? I
what
wanted
what
this thing
I
so much.
understand, yeah, what I understand for this randomness is that the randomness is with the energies around the world,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Around the globe, around the universe, right? And
Mm.
when we do this manifestation, we
Mm.
basically send out some sort of
Energy.
positive
Yeah,
energy which
some sort of energy.
attracts,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Agree.
which
Totally agree.
attracts the same sort of energy. And this energy could come from people, this can come from nature, this can come from circumstances, it can come from anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So n- and it's about syncing. So how you see it, how the waves sync with each other, and then
Mm.
if the, like, in layman we say, the stars were aligned
Yeah.
when I saw that
Yeah.
beautiful lady. So it's kind of that, where it's very random. You cannot just say that okay, I've started manifesting now and I'm gonna get this in 1 year. There are people who do that, they say it and they get it, right? But for that, I believe there should be some sort of uh clarity of thought, like to
Mm.
the level of precision where they imagine it so vividly, so real,
Yeah.
that it the frequency that they are sending out, basically the
Mm.
energy and the frequency that they're sending out is so strong that it happens according to them. And that's
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
the craziness or the magic is.
That is. I mean, that is kind of amazing, and it surprises you sometimes. And then you kind of say to yourself, yes, I really wanted this.
Let's try
I
it.
really wanted this.
Yeah.
And then since you mentioned this, and I have this, just I can think of this thing that happened to me last week, that when I had a conversation with you, that I was feeling a bit under the weather. At the time I was under the weather, and you know what, I kept saying this to myself: I'm fine,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
going
I
to be
saw that.
fine.
I saw you
I'm
were saying me on the call.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fine tomorrow. It's perfectly fine. It's nothing. It's nothing going on. I'm gonna drink some water. It's gonna be fine. And I was imagining. I was actually doing this. I was actually imagining, because until that time I had not seen this podcast, right? And I was
Hmm.
still doing this to myself. I was like, you know what? It's fine, man. Tomorrow you're gonna be going out again. You're gonna do your work. I could see myself doing that. Actually, I could actually see myself doing that. And I was like, it's fine. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna be great. You won't feel anything tomorrow. And the next day
And
I
on the
woke
other
up.
hand, yeah,
Next
go
day I
on, go
woke
on.
up, and then I was not sick at all, man. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is what it is. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine.
And on the other hand, I'll tell you what.
Mm.
The week after, I felt sick. And I was like, in my head, always saying
Uh-huh.
that, I'm gonna fall sick. I'm gonna fall sick. I'm gonna fall sick. And, it's been so long, like
Like
subconsciously, I was saying,
you never had that situation.
yeah,
You were
yeah.
never.
So I've never been so sick. I might get sick. That
Mm.
was, what
Oh,
message I was sending out in the
you get
universe.
that. You get that when
Yes.
you don't have this, you don't have a fever or something for like a long time, and you're like, no, this is like,
Mm,
it's overdue, man. I'm probably
mm,
gonna get it, right? This is what you had then.
yes. And then eventually I had it, and then, I couldn't, do that with
Mm.
what you did, right?
Mm.
I wanted it somehow, to happen,
Mm.
to be honest, because then I would get some break or some rest from all
Uh,
the work stress. So I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah, I'll
Once
let
I
it
felt
happen to
sick, I
myself.
realized I was like,
I'll
okay, it's time to relax. My body is asking me to relax. So I just took it that way. But yes, if I would have thought otherwise, like the way you did, right?
mm,
Most probably, I wouldn't have gone too far
mm.
for that sickness. I might have, recovered
Yeah,
earlier.
in a day or two. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
we,
and
we couldn't. Yeah, I remember we couldn't speak. I called you. You were like sick, and I was like, we couldn't
yes.
speak at all. But yeah, that's true. And then sometimes, sometimes, as you said, it's the randomness. Sometimes you
Hmm.
think about it. You're like, you're like, oh, I'm fine, but you still fall ill.
Hmm.
And then, but you will recover. You know, if you keep
Faster.
manifesting yourself,
And
you
there
keep
have
thinking
been
about it, you
instances.
will recover faster. That
And there
happens.
have been instances and case studies of people with major illness
Yeah.
just manifested their way out of it. It was like they every day they thought about it, that they are gonna get better, they're gonna get better, they're gonna get better. They're already feeling better, and they finally made it. So there have been multiple instances. So it's really crazy how these things works. Like, even with us, I'll say, we manifested our way out of India, right? And it's been
Yeah, we kind of
crazy
did.
journey.
We kind of did. Yeah, that's true, man. Because feelings are a powerful, like they're actually powerful thing. Feelings are so powerful, man. Because
So powerful, yeah.
that's what it is. If you worry too much, you're gonna attract worry. You're gonna attract that more of it. If you think about sickness too much, you will attract sickness. If you think about love, you will attract love. If you think about happiness, you will attract happiness. If you think about everything,
Hmm.
anything right now, you will attract that. And then some people come back. I I feel money. I want to feel money, man. I think of money every time. I want to attract
Hmm.
money. I mean,
Hmm.
dude, honestly, keep doing it. You will attract money.
Yes.
It might take some time, but you will attract money. It's the randomness. You just have to believe in it. You will attract something, man. You definitely will. I keep saying this to myself. I've stopped saying this to myself. You know that I don't have money. I always say this one. I have money, man. I mean, if I don't have actual money in my bank account, I would be like, I still have money. I have money.
Yeah,
I
yeah. And
have
and the
money.
same way, I do it the other way around. I've always been calling myself, as a rich person or a wealthy
Mm,
person. Always, like since the day, I remember, even in
mm,
school,
mm,
I never called out myself, as poor,
mm.
or not able
Broke.
to,
Like I
afford
was never
anything.
like you were never broke.
Absolutely.
You were never broke
Yeah.
because you is it that as she said, right? You have to be a pretender to actually manifest
Hmm.
sometimes,
Hmm.
and so you have to pretend, and then so believe in
Is
it. So
hmm.
that's really important. So act as if it is happening. That's what she said.
Yes.
Act as it is happening right now. Set
Yes.
the intention. Set the intention that what you want to do. So do that.
Hmm.
So that is really really important. And
And
then
what do you think, or as we all have experienced it, at certain stages of our life,
mm-hmm,
what actually disrupts this manifestation? Like, is it the frequency with which we do this
mm,
exercise? Is it regularity kind of a thing that we need to do, or is it like something because there have been instances with
mm,
myself where I manifested by writing something in a
mm,
diary,
mm-hmm,
and
yeah,
it has happened for me. Like, it has literally worked out for me.
mm,
This the exact same thing that I've written in the diary,
mm-hmm,
right? And I have been doing that every year now.
mm,
It's a ritual for me. Whenever I go back home, I
mm,
take out the diary, I look at what stuff I've written,
mm,
what all I've achieved, and
mm,
believe me, man, 90% of the time
mm.
I hit the targets using this technique.
That's
So
great,
it's
man.
it's
That's really great.
like, when I write it, it goes back into my subconscious mind.
Mm-hmm,
Like, this is what I need to get to. And then when I go back
mm-hmm.
home and I check, it's already done and dusted. So it's really
That's
amazing.
so that's so great, man. And I'm happy for that. I'm happy that you write that stuff. and you're getting it. Because the thing is, for me, I'm not a big follower of it. I don't really do that much. I've started doing it as a like, I've started
Hmm.
doing it when I feel it. Okay,
Hmm.
I kind of do it. I write stuff. I journal whenever I feel it. Okay,
Hmm.
it's something that, because I like writing, and journaling is like more of a, like a more detailed, throughout kind of a thing,
Yeah,
sort
yeah.
of your day or stuff like that, which I probably avoid most of the time. But I like to write things in like small, small sentences, stuff like that. So I do that,
Hmm.
still do that. I try to keep it as practice. And the reason behind it is what I feel, is if you write all that stuff, if you write all that stuff,
Hmm. Hmm.
you are making your brain, remember stuff. When you write, you listen to something, right? And then you forget it if you don't follow it, right? And then if you write it down, you know it kind of you it's something that you kind of writing it down on, in the back of your head. So you're imprinting that. So
Hmm.
that's what I think, that you should write it down, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking of, so that
And
it
what
imprints.
actually disrupts it? Like, even if you have
the
done it for one thing, you
disruption
have
the
done for.
disruption is the negative thought. That's what I can think of. The only disruption is stopping, like stopping yourself in believing in it.
Or
It's the
maybe,
negative
the
thoughts. Yeah, I
doubt
mean,
that you have,
yes,
because you don't truly
it's a
believe it,
because even
right?
though you can have doubts, but you should still keep yourself, keep yourself
Motivated towards the positive
motivated,
side of
and
the
like
things. Yes.
should never stop yourself from believing, or
Hmm.
or thinking about it, or asking for it. just
And
just
that's
don't
where,
do that.
yeah, that's where, I imagine, the strength of that, energy wave that we are sending out, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you believe it truly to from, your core of your heart, like, you believe in that,
Mm-hmm.
the agenda, or, the outcome of it, right? Then the stronger the beam, or, the stronger the
Yeah,
energy that we are sending
yeah,
out. And if
agreed,
we, are in doubt, or if
agreed.
you are, not completely aligned to the idea that you're manifesting towards, then it's gonna be like, a very light wave, which will, attract very light
Mm-hmm.
circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I imagine it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's how I look at manifestation. I don't, just like, I have visualization, for this particular
Yeah, so you do
kind
that.
of a
That's
scenario.
the
Yeah.
yeah, that's the idea. You visualize yourself, your things, just imagine whatever you can think of, whatever you want to, just do that. And when when uh so they, because this this idea,
Mm-hmm.
of saying it, thinking it, and believing in it, and asking for it, when you actually start doing it, you kind of, I when I did that, right, I kind of felt like a clown, when you're like, oh, I'm asking for it. It's like it's what I do. I shout out, you know
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't just keep it in my head. Every day, every morning, every night, I do this. I shout out, out loud, so that the universe can hear me. It's like, dude, this is what I want. I'm gonna get it. And then I kind of feel like, oh fuck, dude, are you really going to do this? you know
Yes, you
so
are.
just,
That's the
even if
way to
even
go,
if
my man.
that's what I'm saying, even if you have a doubt, don't stop yourself. Keep doing it, man.
Keep
Keep
doing it
doing it.
until, that energy condenses for you, and then,
Yes,
you
it's
get
the
your way
energy,
out of it.
man. No one can deny the fact that the whole world is made out of energy. You can't deny the fact. It's all there. It's the energies that are going to make it work for you. You just, whatever you're saying right now, it's this is the, the words, the sound, everything is energy, man.
Mm. That's true, man.
So
That's
that is what it
absolutely true.
is. And it was a great podcast. It was a great podcast, and I had some clarifications to,
Mm.
to the idea of what manifestation should be like, what you
Yeah.
can, or what you should, or what you shouldn't
Do, yeah.
do
Yeah, what
while
you
you're
should
doing
is
it.
more important. Yes.
Yeah. You should
Because
definitely focus on the good parts, focus on the
mm,
the great thing. If you're sad, if you are
mm, it's an
disappointed,
exercise.
yeah, if you're
It's an exercise
disappointed
that
and
you have
all,
to do. Yeah.
just think about the good parts. Just be grateful for whatever you could not achieve, though whatever you're not there, you don't have, just be grateful for it.
Mm,
Have some gratitude, and just keep believing in the positive sides of things. That's it. That's
that's true,
it.
man.
And that's one of the takeaways that I would say, after listening to this, the whole thing that I had, because everyone
And you know
knows.
what I realized
Hmm.
after listening to that podcast when I
Hmm.
shared it with you?
Hmm.
We planned like I remember we were discussing about some concerts. You came back from Coldplay, and I was like, man, I really need to see John
Oh
Mayer
my
live.
man, how could we forget
I
this?
need to see John Mayer
How could
live.
we forget this, man? Because
I was
this
like,
is something that, fuck, this is so good. This everyone should hear this. Everyone should hear this, because yeah, I mean, I went to Coldplay because, dude, I manifested Coldplay.
hmm,
Wanted to see them, and it actually happened, and I went to see that. And then last year we were talking about you, as in, like, the whole thing, and then I told you that John Mayer is gonna be here in Glasgow next year, and we were talking about it, and
hmm.
we started planning it out, kind of a thing. It's like, how will I get there? I need to apply for a visa. I'm in Dubai right now, and then
And the
stuff like that.
conversation ended there. And the
It kind of ended
conversation
there, and
ended there.
and I
Yeah.
said, you know what, dude, I know this. Just think of this one thing: you are going to be here. Plan it later on. It's
Hmm.
totally fine. Just think of this idea. Just make sure. I know you're gonna be there, but you should make sure that you're gonna be there. Just think about it, and things will happen, because that's how things happened for me for Coldplay. I
Yes.
missed them in 2022, in August. I missed them like by a couple
Hmm.
of weeks. I could have been there. I missed them, and then I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm going to see them. I'm going to see them. And you know what's surprisingly, in that same year, around October, or December, maybe, I think they had new dates out, and
Hmm.
they had this concert in Manchester. And it's like, yes,
Damn.
yes. And I didn't book my tickets though, and I said I'm definitely
Hmm.
going. I am going. I'm 100% sure. You know what? I
Hmm.
booked my tickets only 3 weeks before the concert. 3 or 2 weeks
And you
before
still
the
got
concert.
them?
And I
And you
still
still
and
got them?
I got them. I was there. I saw them. I lived my life. For that 3 hours, my life was like there, man. And I
Hmm.
was there. I was just so fucking happy, man.
That's
And
the
that's how it's
power
gonna
of
be, man. That's
manifestation.
how it's
Yeah.
gonna be. And the man, it's not just John Mayer. We are gonna see John Mayer this year. You know,
In March.
in couple of
Yeah.
weeks, because
Yeah.
you're gonna be here. That's another manifestation area, man. Because I had this idea. I've been always thinking about it. It's not just me. It's our friends, who all should be
Hmm.
here. Koti is here, man.
Correct. Yes.
Kaku came
He's
here
already
last time.
there.
Yeah, Kaku
Yes.
came here last year. And now you are coming here last year. So it's just, I mean, it's the energy. It's just the energies, man. We've
It's
been That's what we've been doing,
happening.
thinking about it.
Yes.
And that's one of the yeah that's so great, man. I'm so fucking happy about this.
I'm
So
absolutely
yeah,
thrilled,
yeah,
because it's been a childhood dream, since the day I picked up my guitar. I think I was 13 or 14 years old, and it's been more than, 15 plus odd
dude, you're
years
gonna
now.
feel amazing when you're gonna see him perform. And I'm sure, uh, we're gonna blast the whole thing, man. We're gonna have the best
Yeah.
time. We're gonna have the
Just
best
don't record
time.
me if I cry.
Oh, dude, fuck off. So we're gonna have the best time, man. It's not just the concert. The whole time you're gonna be here, you're gonna have the best time, man. You're gonna cry then. You're gonna cry for that thing, not for John. You're gonna
I
cry
want
for
to go
this.
back to my friends.
Yes, you're gonna
The
cry that,
next time you
what,
guys are
I
coming
want to
here.
I want to stay here with you guys, man. This is the best thing that has happened to me. You're gonna
Mm.
say that, man.
After that, what I'm gonna say, na? Come to Dubai,
Come to Dubai,
Habibi.
Habibi. I mean, I know I'm coming to Dubai.
I
I
know
definitely,
that.
I'm
I
sure.
know
I'm
that.
sure. I'm sure I'm coming to Dubai. So it will
Yes.
all happen. The universe is gonna align, man. The universe is gonna align things for me. I'm 100% sure. I just know I'm gonna be there. I just know I'm gonna be there. Not, I don't know the time and stuff like that. I know I'm gonna be there.
But we have said it. We have said it, and it's gonna
Yeah.
happen. So
Yeah.
let's
If it
see.
happens, no, not sorry, not if. When it's going to happen, we're gonna record it and we're gonna tell everyone, right?
Yes, and that
So
would be a proof of concept for
yeah,
manifestation.
yeah. So this is what it is, and it's been great for us and anyone who's listening to this or watching this. Um, Thank you for sticking throughout the whole thing, and also let us know in the comments. Let us know if there's a comment section here. uh, you know Let us know what actually happened with you guys. If did do
With
you
you
believe
guys,
in,
yeah,
yeah, do you
because
believe in it, right? Leave
that's how we
us.
grow. We share, we learn, and we will grow together.
Yeah,
That's the way to go.
leave us a comment, and then maybe someone reading someone's comment might get this idea that, what, this happened to this person, it might happen to me as well. you know
Yeah,
you
yeah,
inspire them, to be more, more into this thing, to manifest, to believe in themselves. So just be
yes.
positive out there, guys. That's what we think. And yeah, just keep listening to us.
Carry on.
Just keep listening
Yeah,
to
yeah.
us. Yeah, just keep
Click
listening to
that
us.
subscribe button
Hmm.
right now
Yeah,
for more interesting stories.
we're not gonna say this, we're just gonna manifest it. It's gonna
Oh, okay,
manifest
okay,
it.
okay.
Yeah, you're gonna manifest it. But yeah, anyway, but it's great, man. It's great catching up with you, and I can't wait to see you here, man. Can't wait to see you.
I'm coming, my brother. Just a little longer. I'll be there. I'm traveling next
Good
week,
thing you
so
said brother at the end, because I was gonna say that's what she said, but it's cool now.